Big Mo. Welcome to the Lawn Stars 2025 lawn care mowing setup video. Yeah, we don't just make parody videos. We have to work for a living. Yeah, and yeah, we mow. Yeah. So I thought I'd show you the setup that I'm using this year, and we could start it right here with the V-Rod. Duh. Yeah, the V-Rod 2. It's been a good little workhorse. It was the first stand-on that I ever owned, and it took a little adjusting, I'm not gonna lie, to get as comfortable with it on hills and whatnot as I was with the set-on. Started out many years ago with walk-behind mowers like that, which I'll show you in a minute. Which I believe probably, if you haven't used one of those, would probably be the hardest to adjust to if you've never used one. But I can't relate to that because that's what I started on, so who knows. Anyway, it's got a chute on it, chute blocker, not a poop chute, I may add. And yeah, also have the twills. Now, what I have to say about twills is, if you have a bunch of pristine yards, you know, and there's nothing in the yards that you're gonna pop a tire on, they're not worth it. They're too expensive, I would think. But if you have some stuff, which I do, you know, we have our clean and pristine and a very nice neighborhood yards, but we also have a lot of commercial stuff that's just, you know. So yeah, if you're popping tires all the time, if you're going out and you're gonna get a flat tire every other time you go there, they are definitely, in my opinion, worth it. Okay, now we'll move on to the Cheetah Part 2. Yeah, there's a lot of twos going on. Anyways, yeah, the Cheetah 2. Of course, I'm a Skag guy, as you can well tell. The reason being is, we started out working for a company. It was a $1 million company. And this guy had many crews and so on and so forth. And he had a lot of John Deere stuff, and it was always breaking down, you know, and always having trouble with it. But he had one Skag. And we called it the Monster. I think it was 76-inch walk behind, you know, something crazy. 70-something inch, whatever. And but it was a tank. So when I went to buy my own stuff, I was like, I'm gonna get Skag. And it's always done right by me. Had a smaller set on Skag for years. I used it for 11 years. And then when I bought some new mowers, I gave it to King Brando, and he's still using it to this day. Yeah, they last, baby. And of course, it's got the they all have the Kawasaki, or as Nick from Saving Green would say, Kawasaki. You know, they all have the Kawasaki. This thing, I would contend, and I've ridden a lot of them at the Equip Expo, or GIE as we call it still. I've ridden a lot of mowers with that, and I'm just saying, you may have a different opinion. I know Hustler is a fast mower, but Cheetah 2, fastest mower I've ridden on, I think, or at least as fast as any other mower. Just very quick machine, and I didn't get it for that. But when I did get it, I was like, holy cow, this thing is quick. But yeah, had it for a couple of seasons, I guess, now, and it's doing well. And that leads us to the walk behind, the Skag 36 inch, or as we like to call it, 3-foot mower, with the Velke on the back. I've had it for a while, and I would say if you're starting out and not just used to what you're used to, think about it. Think about getting a 36-inch mower because, like that, a walk behind, not a ride on, because it's very versatile. It's not only going to get you in the small gates and things like that, but if you have like a very steep hill, you can get on very, very steep hill. I don't recommend it, but you can get on very steep hills with those and control them, whereas you're not going to get on a steep hill with something like that safely at all. Anyway, that covers the mowers, I believe, and that brings us to the trailer. Yes, folks, I finally moved up in the world and became a real man and bought a dual axle trailer last summer, and I've always used a single axle. Don't know why, it's just what I had. And yeah, I like it because a few reasons. One is that when you have a single axle and you have a lot of weight on it, it will make the wheels start doing this kind of thing. And it will cause the tires to wear on the inside way quicker. It just kind of splays it out, you know. I've just noticed that about that. So hopefully that'll remedy that, because I'm not putting anything crazy heavy on here but those. And also, and this has already happened, because as you see, this plugged that tire at some point, the spare that I'm using it for, the spare now, kind of saves you. Like if you are on the highway or something and you have a flat, you could drive to a safe area, because you still have the one good tire on that side. And it's very dangerous indeed. I would say damned it all, even if you have a single axle trailer, if you're on the highway and you have a flat, please think about just driving it to the next exit anyway and getting somewhere safe. Because years back, King Brando was this was when we were working together. He was headed to my house, and he had a flat on the trailer. He pulled over, got out, just took a little look at it, and a lady hit him going 70 something miles an hour and really messed him up, broke his back. A lot of things went on there. And just be very, very careful, and do not stop and even take a peek at your trailer if you have a flat on the highway. Okay, move on to this stick edger. See what model that is. People call it a stick edger. I just call it an edger. And I always like to have one for a lot of reasons. Of course, I can flip the weed eater up I don't do it that crazy highway, I guess because I'm tall, holding it up over your head thing, but can edge with the weed eater, and I do most of the time if it's me doing it. But if you have somebody that's inexperienced or whatever that is going to be helping you, they can mess a yard up trying to edge it with a weed eater quick. So this makes it easier, and it's a good thing to have. And Here's the, I don't even know the model number. Here it is. So that weed eater, you know, and it's getting older. And then this one down here, who knows? Oh, there it is. Lasted a long time. I use, you know, my son works with me, and he typically uses that one, and I'll use that one when I have to help him if it's like a lot of weed eating on something that needs two people. So, what do I think about Echo equipment? I use Echo for multiple reasons. One is that the dealership, which it leads us to a whole other subject, where I bought all these mowers, which is, hold on a minute. I know it's on here somewhere. Where are you? Where the heck are you? Oh, there it is on that one. These guys. Yeah, if you live in this area, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, around the area, check them out. A very good dealership, good people. You want to look for somewhere to buy your mowers, a dealership that has good service and that doesn't just work willy-nilly on every Tom, Dick, and Harry's, any kind of mower, residential or whatever that they bring in. They work on their own stuff, because I've done that before, and they get backed up even if they say they put you first ahead of just people that just walk in and bought anything there. It gets backed up and stuff, but they're really good. So get you a good dealer that's got good service, that could service your equipment. That being said, that's why I get the Echo. One of the reasons I get the Echo, because that's what they sell. And they also sell Shindawa, which I think is the same company as Echo. But anyway, here's a blower, older blower that I use, newer blower that my son uses most of the time. Same thing, you know, they come from the same place, so if anything happens, I could take anything I have into them and they fix it. Now, with that being said, Steel versus Echo versus whatever. I used Steel for years, and I'm not going to cut them down because I know a lot of you use Steel also. They're good equipment. But that being said, using both of them for years now. I've been doing this for many years, so I've used both for many years. The Echo are just more durable. That's all I could say. I mean, I always had a trouble with Steels when it got hot, like it does here, like it's apt to do here in the South. When it gets hot, getting them to start sometimes, and things like that. And I would have to take them in and have them serviced. But these, I just don't take them in. They last. And then if they finally break down, I've got my money was worth out of them, because it's been years, you know. So I'll just buy a new one. But yeah, they're just very reliable, very durable. So that's all I could say. I mean, sorry, Steel people, but I'm an Echo guy. These are the cans. If you're going to use a tree hugger can, lid, nozzle, this is the way to go. These aren't too much of a hassle like a lot of the other ones are. Personally, I'd rather have just a straight spout with a lid on it, I guess. But those aren't bad. where some of them you had to, it's just a, oh my God, just a hassle. Okay, that is that stuff, I believe. Now, there's the other old trailer. And now I'm using it for just putting crap on to take to the dump, and as a spare. I like to have a spare as much as I can. I like to have a spare to everything, you know. So if there's any disruption, it won't be that bad. There's the old Green Touch racks on this one, just in case I have to use it for mowing some juncture. You probably noticed when I was over here, these are Green Touch as well. That's what I use. I didn't particularly like them at first, okay? Because I just had regular old racks that didn't have special doodads that you put on things, and you know, it was just different. You'd just hang a lock on it, you know, and that's what I used for years. So when I got these, I was thinking, oh man, they're just, it's too, some of these things are too overly engineered, you know? But I got used to them. And you may be asking yourself, why, oh why does he have yellow Green Touch racks on there? Well, I'll tell you. Looked on their website, and the yellow ones, which I'm sure they made for someone that has maybe Hustler mowers or whatever other mowers that are yellow, and they want it to just match their mowers, I guess. I don't know. But they had those, and apparently they didn't sell well, so they were significantly cheaper than the other ones, than the green ones. So why not? It's not a fashion show, people. We're out here working. And that brings me to this point. Nobody cares. No customer cares what your stuff looks like. They don't care. As long as you mow their yard, you mow it good, you do what they want done to their yard, you're just there a short time. And they couldn't care two poops if you're you know, had some rust on your truck or whatever, you know. They don't care. You just get the work done. Speaking of truck, GMC, would not recommend it. Oh, let's see who this is. Oh, it's no one. Someone wanting to buy my house. Did they do that to you too? Yeah. GMC has been a thorn in my side. I would not recommend getting it. I had to spend $10,000 on this one last summer. One time, at one point, $5,000 whatever for having basically the engine rebuilt on it, and or a lot of work done internally to it, and then I had to spend another $5,000 whatever to get a new transmission in it right after that. So yeah. Not a fan of this particular year of GMC. They have some issues. Okay, I think we're done here. Let's go in here for a second. And this video's already just dragged on far too long, but we'll take a peek in here. There's some head, you know, turn your screen upside down, you can see the model number of that. Don't like those as much as the old ones. Not sure what model that is. Can't see it on there anyway. They're both Echo, of course. I would recommend getting you one of these here things of some sort, because even as tall as I am, pretty tall guy, even with that, I can't reach things even up on a ladder sometimes. So it's good to have one of those. I always like the wheelbarrows like that have the solid wheels. I would not have one again that has tires that you air up, because they're always going to need air. Every time you use them, you're going to notice they're flat and you're going to have to air them up. And those solid tires just are the way to go, in my opinion. Of course, here we have the this blade sharpener that I really like and would recommend. And man, we're coming close to the end of this thing. Get you one of these if you have a shop, you know, just to keep the hose out of the way and make it more accessible. So I think that that's it. I'm sure I forgot some very important stuff that you know, I'll look back when I'm putting this video together and go, wow, I totally forgot that. But I hope not. I really hope not. So thank you for watching. If you've made it this far into the old 2025 setup video, and I hope you have a great, safe season. Hope that you get a lot of yards, a lot of new yards if you need them, and that you're safe doing it. So yeah, just be safe out there. And until I see you again, Big Mo signing off. Boom.
This has been a Lone Stars Dramedy Network presentation. Dolling.